Hi, everybody. All right. It has come time for the 4th day of training of the alignment formula and how to manifest with ease and velocity using alignment. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Things open here. And here's my presentation. Manifestation through alignment. My favorite thing to talk about. Welcome, everybody. If you have been here for the other calls, please put OG into the comments. I'd love to see who my original gangsters are. Thank you for coming. Today is 11/11. This is a day of alignment and manifestation. So this is why I wanted to end the training today. It's also my mom's birthday, so a special shout out to Lynn. Happy birthday. She went to the beach today, so, or she might even still be there, I'm not sure, but she actually caught the other trainings. So I don't know if you're there, Mom. If you are, say hi. And I know there's a few people that have been following along every day, and some of you guys are catching the replays, and I got mad love for all of you. I'm so grateful to you guys for being interested in this topic, for wanting to align your energy with what it is that you want to create, for wanting to get unstuck, to get out of that place of overwhelm, to get to that place where you're feeling awesome in every area of your life. Because you know what, if one area of your life isn't working well, it is having an impact on the other areas. So some might be doing better than others, but it's still having an impact. And you want to get to that place where you're a 10 out of 10 in all aspects. It's your body and your health, with your finances and your money situation, with your career, with your friends, with your love life. You want all areas to be thriving and in alignment to really create that one thing that you desire. Maybe it's growing your business. Maybe it's having the body of your dreams. But if you don't have the other parts in alignment, it's going to negatively be impacting you. And we don't want that anymore. We're kind of in this place where we're all really, so many of us are feeling so tired from the impact of the COVID vaccine and the conversations about safety. And there's so much external stuff going on that it's really easy to align in all of that chaos and all of that drama. And this is a very practical tool to support you in aligning your energy with something different. I had a situation this week where I got some not so great news, and I started going into that tailspin, and it was right before my yoga class. And so during my yoga class, I was kind of stewing in it for an hour. And then I got into my car after yoga, and I'm like, here I am teaching this training about aligning my energy. And step 1 is awareness. And I am aware of what is going on and how this one circumstance has had me have all these different thoughts, right? So you get to choose what you think and how you respond and how you react. And that is your alignment. So this one thing, when you looked at it subjectively, was actually pretty small. And it was my reaction to it that was causing all of the drama and all of the pain. And so I followed my own coaching and actually screamed in my car on the drive home. And I felt a lot better when I got back home. I did some journaling, got to uncover any other lingering subconscious thoughts that were going on in the background, transmute them, and then through some more screaming and some other exercises that I do, and get to a place where I had authentic thoughts about the exact same situation. And I was able to see all the ways that I learned, all the ways that I had grown, and how this wasn't a big bad thing and a message from the universe to, stop what I'm doing, but it actually was just part of the process and part of the unfolding. And I could actually have gratitude for the situation. And then the same situation happened today. And because I had done that work yesterday, it didn't even faze me today. I got to go straight to that point of gratitude. So teaching this class and doing this training has like directly impacted my life positively. And it is my intention and my desire for it to be a contribution to you. All right. Oh, so I'm Kerry. I've introduced myself every day, registered nurse. I have 3 different coaching certifications, from like nutrition and health based to biohacking, and then to the real deep energy stuff, as well as rapid resolution therapy, which really focuses on supporting people in having their sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system working in a way that works for them, where you're not in that fight or flight place, and you're able to release any trauma from the background. And then I'm a DJ as well. And now it's time for the alignment activation. Don't worry, I did not forget. We are going to align in an energy, and I am choosing the energy today because one of the intentions of doing this training, and one of the intentions of practicing alignment work in my own life, is expansion. And that's what I really desire for all of you, is to have this feeling of expansion and of being really big, and allowing yourself to fully just expand. So we're going to tune into that energy today. So whenever you're ready, closing your eyes. And we're going to do the beautiful breathing that calms the vagal nerve. I'm going to explain it first, and then we'll go into the breathing. So first, you're going to breathe in deeply through the nose. And then you're going to breathe out like you're breathing out of a straw, as slowly as you can. You want to let that air come out really slowly. And as you're doing that, you're going to think of the word release. And this is going to support you in releasing any anxiety, any overwhelm, any fear. It's going to support you in releasing the sympathetic nervous system and have your body feel calm. Now, as you do this out breath, notice the impact that it has on your physical body. Every single time your shoulders will relax, right? And you'll feel like a sense of openness in your chest, which is perfect to get us prepared for the feeling and the sensation of expansion. So now I'm going to walk you through it again. Now you have the overview. So we're going to start with a breath in, and then breathing out like you're breathing out of a straw as slowly as you can, while thinking the word release. Just breathing normally after that is done. We're going to continue to calm the nervous system by bringing attention to your forehead and allowing those muscles to melt. Paying attention to the corners of your eyes and allowing them to relax. Noticing the jaw and letting that completely relax, as well as the shoulders, the neck, the hands, the feet, and the whole body. When we go about our day and the sympathetic nervous system is chronically agitated and activated, it can cause our body to tense up. This is due to the fight or flight response. Your body is actually ready to fight or to flee. And the body doesn't understand that the threat is actually just a perceived threat, that you're not actually under threat. And so that chemical release and that response, the response to the perceived threat is actually worse for your physical body than what the threat is. So just having that awareness and just acknowledging that will help to shift things for you. And that's my passion, that's my purpose, is to support people in getting to a place where the parasympathetic nervous system is activated, where your entire being and your entire body can know that you are safe and that there is nothing to worry about. So just acknowledging that now, allowing yourself to feel peaceful, relaxed. All your muscles are relaxed. You're taking this time for yourself. And you can just totally be at ease. Now taking both hands and placing them over the heart, bringing some attention to this energy center right in the core of your physical body. Maybe remembering your word from yesterday or the day before. Remembering your mantra that you chose. Awesome. And if today is the first time you're joining me, then this gets to be your first alignment activation. And you can do this with any energy. I just love doing it with peace and expansion. Those are two of my favorites, but I have a lot. You can do romance, efficiency, ease, joy. And today we're going to do expansion. So just thinking that word and repeating it to yourself in your head. Maybe saying it different ways in your head. And also sensing into the vibration and the frequency of expansion. Maybe you can think of a visualization. Like the first thing that I got was an eagle with expanded wings soaring over a lake. Awesome. Allowing your energy to expand, allowing your energy to up level. You've been learning this new information, and learning new information is so awesome. And this is just a reminder that you need to actually integrate this. You need to put this into practice, and you need to be consistent for it to really make an actual change in your life. And you are here and you are taking the first step, and I acknowledge you for that. As we work on ourselves, as we expand ourselves, we are a contribution to the raising of the vibration on the planet. By raising the vibration of the collective consciousness, because we are all connected. And even if you don't believe that, you know that how you are and what energy you are in alignment with has a direct impact to those who you come into contact with. And then that has a ripple effect across the planet. So I really acknowledge you for showing up today. This is so awesome. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful and so honored to have some of your time. I know we all live very busy lives. So if you're taking the time to listen to this and watch this, and you are invested in creating a difference in your life, I just commend you for that. And I appreciate you. Taking a nice breath, tapping back into that vibration, that frequency of expansion one more time, allowing your energy to be really big, allowing that expansion vibration to infuse into your entire body and even expand beyond your entire body. You are an infinite being having an infinite experience, and that includes human. And what an honor it is to be a human on planet Earth right now. What a dynamic and beautiful experience it is to be human. Now taking those arms and wrapping them around yourself for a nice hug. Now blinking open your eyes, taking a nice stretch. Maybe you roll out your wrists. Maybe you put a smile on your face. Welcome back. All right. So my intention is to show you how to practically use alignment to expand all areas of your life. So please join in that intention with me energetically. And if there's anything else you'd like to add, please put it in the comments. Anything else that you're intending on being here in this class. So I already talked a little bit about the sympathetic versus the parasympathetic nervous system, and I've made a point to talk about it in every one of these trainings because this is really interesting and really, really, really important. When our sympathetic nervous system is in overdrive, it causes disease in the body. All disease can be linked back to the sympathetic nervous system being in overdrive. So this is actually potentially life-saving information if you can actually integrate it. Because if you continue to live a life of stress, of fight or flight, it is going to have an impact on your health. Okay, so we want to align in something different. Even if you don't want to grow old, you want to be healthy for as long as you live, right? So having your parasympathetic nervous system in a good manner, knowing that your body is safe and sound, is what's going to have you living long and healthy, or at least living healthy. And I want to remind you that the sympathetic nervous system in overdrive is a very normal thing. It's there on purpose to keep us safe, because it's our survival mode, and it kept us humans surviving long enough to be at the place that we are right now, creating what we're creating and living these expanded, amazing lives. And it's because of those survival mechanisms that we got to where we are today. So there's nothing wrong with these mechanisms, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's our programming, right? We are programmed for survival, which means we are programmed to stay comfortable. We are programmed to stay small, and it's aligning in something different that's going to get you to actually outcreate your survival and get you into thrival. Okay. So that's why I have the alignment formula. When I started putting this into practice in my own life, it shifted everything. My entire life is completely different than it was 2 years ago when I first chose alignment to be my word of the year at the beginning of 2020. And I went on a full journey where I started with not even really understanding what it was or how to do it, which I think a lot of people are in that place. You get the idea, you got to line up your energy, and you get the idea of law of attraction. It makes sense, and you've seen it work in small places in your life, but it's when you can consistently and consciously align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, which makes up your energy. Thoughts, feelings, actions equals energy. When you align those consistently, then it will become automatic and things will just start to manifest. So you do this process, you do this formula consistently, and you will manifest something. And then it's going to be exponential. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's 1 + 1 + 1 = 1,000,000. Okay. It's because it all feeds on each other and grows on each other. It's a very, very cool formula. Okay, so we on day 2, we talked about step 1, which is awareness. What do you truly desire and what's been standing in your way? This is always the first step that I do with my clients. I go through all the 8 major areas of your life. We look at where are you now? Where do you want to be? Okay, and then it helps you, awareness also helps you to see what has been going on subconsciously in the background. And this is something we can do on our own, but it's a lot faster and a lot easier when you have support from a coach or a therapist or a friend. I mean, I shouldn't say therapist. I don't know if therapists do this, to be honest with you, but just having somebody there and having a container and having support is very helpful. It's not necessary, but it's going to make the whole process a lot smoother. Okay. Step 2 is transmutation. Same thing. You can do this on your own, but having a professional, having somebody support you is going to make it a lot faster and a lot quicker, and going to help you to be able to go through the layers of what needs to be transmuted. I work with Reiki and access consciousness energy work, as well as rapid resolution therapy techniques to do this. Really clearing out what those old subconscious programming and beliefs are, and transmuting them into an authentic belief that is supportive, that can be the new foundation of your life. So that's what step 3 is to take that new belief, that new supportive belief, and practice it. And this is also where having a coach is really helpful, is having that consistency of checking in with somebody every single week, and, and being in alignment with continuing on with what it is that you're wanting to create. Because if you don't have the consistency, if you don't have the practice, then all it is a good idea, and it doesn't actually get you to step 4, which is manifestation. And then once you've manifested what you desire, then you get to go to gratitude, you get to go to celebration, you get to go to acknowledgement. So that's what we're looking at today, is step 4. And there's not that much to explain, except that the universe loves action, and the universe loves acknowledgement and celebration and gratitude. And as you're doing that, you're also not coming to a full stop or a conclusion of, yes, this is so awesome, and that's it. This is the best that we can do. This is so awesome. And now what's possible? Now what's next? You want to keep that energy open and keep it flowing, right? I've had this kind of thing happen where, like, oh, I signed a client, and like I'm just like, I come to a conclusion about it. Like, cool, that client's in, no problem. And then because I came to that conclusion, sometimes, they can back out or decide that they want to start later. That kind of stuff has happened to me in a lot of different ways. The first one that popped in is when I was first learning about this, I had that happen with a client where I was like, it was like, oh, this is in the bag, but you want to still keep that energy flowing. Like, okay, cool, I have a client. Now what's possible? What else could happen? Maybe I'll get another client. Maybe they want to upgrade and do a bigger package with me, for example. So you want to keep that energy open. It's like if you find a penny on the floor, you never want to just energetically, you don't want to be like, not care about it. You want to be like, oh my gosh, I found a penny. I found money. Money is coming to me. This is awesome. I wonder what else is possible. I wonder how even more money can come to me. And I've heard stories of people doing that. It hasn't happened to me yet, but maybe it did, but I didn't acknowledge it. That's probably what happened. So sometimes it's not super linear, and sometimes it's not going to come to you the way that you expect. So that's another thing, is part of the acknowledgement is acknowledging all the ways that what you desired, for example, what your energetic priority is. Think back. If you did the exercise with me the last 3 days, think back to what energies you chose, and think of how many times you've gotten to experience that energy since you chose that. And by taking the time to acknowledge, you're going to create more of it through the law of attraction. So we don't want to be thinking in terms of like, I want a red Ferrari. We want to be thinking, how do I want to feel when I'm driving my car? I want to feel a sense of expansion. I want to feel luxury. I want to feel thrill. I want to feel freedom. So those are the things, because maybe the universe brings you a green Lamborghini or some other kind of amazing car, but so maybe it's not the red, I forgot what I said, the red car. Maybe it's some green car that's actually even better, right? So you want to tune into what are you wanting to experience? How do you want to feel when you get this thing? And then actually acknowledging like, wow, this did show up, even though it wasn't necessarily exactly in the way that I thought it would. So the manifestation and the gratitude and the acknowledgement is going to keep that energy moving forward, so that it doesn't just come to a full stop. You're going to keep creating more, keep creating more, keep creating more. And the manifestation also sometimes can be like a stepping stone. Maybe it's not the full manifestation of everything that you had desired, but you're taking steps in that direction. And that's what alignment is. Sometimes it's not like a giant leap, but it's a leaning towards. What are you leaning towards right now? Are you leaning towards being dissatisfied and worried and anxious and upset? Or are you leaning towards feeling peace and acceptance, maybe some ease? And then if you keep leaning that way, you are going to get to happiness and joy and excitement, right? Okay, so that's step 4. So, oh, here, I should have done this slide. Now that it's manifested, you want to have gratitude, acknowledgement, and celebrate. So you can celebrate in a lot of different ways. In my membership program, we have celebration Fridays, and we acknowledge and have gratitude for and celebrate every single Friday what we created in the week. And sometimes it's small things. Sometimes it's like, I got to yoga this week. And sometimes it's big things like I made a bunch of money in my business, or I bought a new car. Sometimes it's like I ate a healthy breakfast 2 days this week. Like if you're in the energy of celebrating and acknowledgement and gratitude, it's going to have you creating more. So putting your focus on what you did create instead of putting your focus on what was lacking, right? So the training is almost over. Thank you for being with me. This has been so awesome. It's seriously, I got kind of emotional at the end of yesterday's training, because it is such a dream come true to be sharing in this capacity, to be sharing my own original content and my own original formula. This is something that has made a huge difference in my life and the life of my clients. So I'm very grateful to all of you that have stuck with me and listened. And I want to check in with how you're feeling now. So it's really common to feel super excited and lit up at the end of a training. So you have all this new information, right? And all these new possibilities. You also may be feeling a little overwhelmed, like wondering, how can you apply this to your unique situation? Because this has been a pretty broad topic, right? And you also might be wondering, how can I apply this to actually make a difference for me? Because that's important. That's what you want to know, right? You might be thinking like, hey, this works for other people, but it's not going to work for me. It worked for Kerry, but she's special. She's been studying this for a long time, or whatever. Or maybe you have someone else in mind that like, oh, it's worked for them, but it would never work for me. It's not true. This is a formula and it works every single time. The very important parts are all steps are really important, but having that awareness, transmuting what those obsolete programs are, practicing the new way of being, and then manifesting and having that gratitude. So taking this information of the 4 steps and integrating it and embodying it is key. So that's exactly why I'm offering my free alignment assessment sessions to everybody that has stuck with me through this training. You have to watch all 4 of the trainings in order to get this session, because you have to have this baseline knowledge of the 4-step formula in order to be able to get the most out of this alignment assessment session. Okay, so these sessions are for you if you love this training and you see the value in alignment, but you're overwhelmed as to where to start. It seems too good to be true. It works for you, but it won't work for, it works for others, but it won't work for you. Or if you've taken lots of trainings, workshops, and books, but you haven't seen real results, that means that you haven't been embodying. That means that you haven't been integrating. You've just been absorbing knowledge, which is helpful, but it's not what's going to make the big changes in your life. So if you're curious as to how I can support you in consciously and consistently aligning your energy during these assessments, we are going to go deep. We are going to do coaching. We're going to uncover traumas, and we're going to look at where you are in your life and what it is that you want to create, and look at exactly how this formula is going to help you and how you can put it into practice to support you in creating that thing that you've been desiring for so long. And trust me, all areas of your life are going to expand, not just that one thing. So these sessions are super potent and super powerful. And at the end of them, I will talk to you about my one-on-one coaching container as well as my membership to see if either of those are a good fit for you. I only work with people that are fully in alignment with doing this. I only want to work with people that are really, really ready. So during this assessment, that's part of what we'll be assessing is this a good fit? Is this kind of coaching going to be what you need to up level and get to that next stage? So, okay, what we'll do during the sessions, I've already talked about this. I'm going to lead you through a personalized alignment activation as well, where we're going to first, I see what it is that you're wanting to create, and then I design an activation that specifically goes with that. And we're going to clear out trauma during the session and talk about how I can support you in living your dream life. So this is a no-brainer. I'm offering it for free to people that have watched all 4 of the trainings. And the universe loves action, friends. So don't sit on this. Take action. I'm only going to be able to take like maybe 5 to 7 people, depending on my schedule. But these sessions always get snapped up really fast. I had like 10 people sign up, and they're all just loving them from the last training that I did. They are potent. So be ready. When you're for the call, you want to be ready to meditate, ready to get deep, ready with pen and paper to take some notes. And they're very, very expansive, and they're going to illuminate a lot. And it's like the perfect next step after being in a session like this, where you're still in the energy and you're still excited, but you want to know how to practically put this into action, because you can see that that's what's needed in order to really create the change that you're desiring. If that's what you want, if you're ready for that integration, ready for that embodiment, ready to do the practice so that it becomes autonomic, that's why when you're going to sign up to do one of these free sessions where we're going to really assess your alignment. So the link to schedule a session is in the description of this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in one of those. It is time. I'm 3 minutes over, but I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. It's been such an honor to share this information. The universe loves action. Click the link to sign up now. All right. See you guys soon. Mwah.